What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Tuesday, August 16th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 13-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. So I like Nestor Cortez. I also like Merrill Kelly. So let's go over Merrill Kelly real quick. He's got a nice pitching advantage here versus a low salary batting team, the San Francisco Giants. Merrill Kelly only giving up a .623 OPS versus lefties. So he pitches his best ball versus lefty batters, and he's facing 6 lefties here tonight. And the Giants have only hit 32 of his last 148 pitches. That's a .216 batting average. He's 9,900 FanDuel salary, 300 less on DraftKings, averaging 32 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 24, 34, and 49 fantasy points in his last 3 games. He has an ERA of 2.95. Record is 10-5, pitching an average of 92 pitches per game. So I like Merrill Kelly here versus the San Francisco Giants. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. A stud that I like is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., but if you're looking to save some salary here, take a look at Jonah Heim. He's got a 63% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, J.P. Sears. Jonah Heim batting 29% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .838 OPS versus lefties. J.P. Sears pitching his worst ball versus switch hitters, giving up a .708 OPS versus switch hitters. Now there's no at-bats versus Sears yet, but I like this pick because Jonah Heim, only 2,700 FanDuel salary, 1,000 more on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games, and he has a batting average of .249. So I like Jonah Heim here versus J.P. Sears. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I like Brendan Rodgers with a 71% batting advantage over Jose Quintana. Brendan Rodgers batting 26% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .972 OPS versus lefties. Jose Quintana pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 45% worse than his pitch to lefties, giving up a .855 OPS versus righties. And Brendan Rodgers is 3 for 10 with a 1 OPS versus Quintana. He's got a double, he has a home run in there. He's 3,100 FanDuel salary, 2,400 more on DraftKings. So I love that FanDuel price, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games, and he has a batting average of .285. So I like Brendan Rodgers here versus Jose Quintana. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. A stud that I like is Rafael Devers, but I also like Josh Rojas And he's got a 16% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Jacob Junis. Josh Rojas batting a .754 OPS versus righties. Jacob Junis pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, giving up a .837 OPS versus lefties. Josh Rojas is 1 for 2 here versus Junis. He's 3,300 FanDuel salary, 2,000 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season, and he's been on fire, scoring fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. He has a batting average of .283, so I like Josh Rojas here versus Jacob Junis.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. So I like Nico Horner, but I also like J.P. Crawford, who's got an 18% batting advantage over Jose Suarez. J.P. Crawford batting a .695 OPS versus lefties. And Jose Suarez pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 19% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .828 OPS versus lefties. Now I like this pick because J.P. Crawford is 6 for 15. It's a 400 batting average, and he has a .971 OPS versus Suarez. And I also like this pick because he's only 2,500 FanDuel salary, 900 more on DraftKings, and he scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. He has a batting average of .261, so I like J.P. Crawford here versus Jose Suarez. Okay, and moving on to the outfield position. So I like Michael Harris here versus Tajon Walker. I also like Steven Kwan, and I like Oscar Gonzalez. So I'll go over Oscar Gonzalez. So I think it's a pretty nice value play here. He's got a 25% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Garrett Hill. Oscar Gonzalez batting 13% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .814 OPS versus righties. Garrett Hill pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .854 OPS versus righties. Now Oscar Gonzalez is 0 for 2 versus Hill, but he's only 2,700 FanDuel salary, 900 more on DraftKings. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of the last 5 games, and he has a batting average of .305. So I like Oscar Gonzalez here versus Garrett Hill.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.